Behind the Scenes, 11 Richest Producers of Hollywood in 2021. Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Popping Luxury. Number 9. George Lucas, $7.3 billion. George Lucas made a noteworthy debut when he released THX 1138 in 1971. His success in filmmaking was due, in part, to his allegorical style of narrative, best exemplified in the hero's journey of the 70s classic Star Wars. The franchise made Lucas the most successful and richest producer working in Hollywood. The excitement surrounding the series of films hasn't died down either. In 2012, Lucas agreed to sell the Star Wars franchise to Disney for over $4 billion, a deal that kept Lucas the wealthiest producer in Hollywood history. To this day, no other producer comes close to his wealth, a staggering $7.3 billion. This makes Lucas worth more than Kanye West and the entire Kardashian clan combined. Number 8. Steven Spielberg, $3.7 billion. Spielberg has much in common with Lucas, the reigning leader of the list. Together, they produced the popular series of Indiana Jones films, with Spielberg even introducing iconic composer John Williams to Lucas. But Spielberg set himself apart by creating multiple franchises that resonate with the culture of today. Whether it's Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones, or Jaws, Spielberg's influence is still present in much of the mainstream media made. Number 7. Thomas Tull, $3.2 billion. Thomas Tull is recognized for having served as founder, chairman, and chief executive officer of Legendary Entertainment, the company known for its monster movies, sci-fi hits, and comic book adaptations. The company made a name for itself by producing the first Christopher Nolan Batman film, Batman Begins. Then, in 2021, their release of Godzilla vs. Kong saved movie theaters from the threat of the pandemic. In October of 2021, their visions reached new heights as the company produced one of the most highly anticipated films of the year, Dune. Steve Tisch, $1.2 billion. Tisch established himself as an influential filmmaker in 1983 when he released Risky Business. He gained further attention in the early 2000s when his adaptation of The Burning Bed earned 8 Emmy nominations. He partnered with Escape Artists, an independently financed film production company based at Sony Pictures Entertainment. He was able to leverage his success in the film industry to acquire the New York Giants in 2005, of which he is still the current chairman and executive vice president. Number 5. Jerry Bruckheimer, $900 million. Bruckheimer started his career as a producer of television commercials and advertisements. He ventured into feature films in the 1970s and quickly made a name for himself through his partnerships with Paul Schrader and Don Simpson. After working with Paramount Pictures, Bruckheimer started producing comedy films such as Beverly Hills Cop, which went on to become Paramount's highest-grossing winter release in the company's history just 5 days after premiering. In the 1990s, he started venturing into television as well, producing a variety of crime shows under the CSI banner, along with the competition series The Amazing Race. He gained further attention in the early 2000s when he started producing the Pirates of the Caribbean film series for Walt Disney Pictures, a decision that led to creating the most expensive feature film of all time. Number 4. James Cameron, $800 million. Cameron started his career as a director in 1978 when he released his debut film Xenogenesis. He quickly became a part of the Roger Corman crew, which trained some of the most successful new Hollywood filmmakers. But it wasn't until 1982, when Cameron wrote the script for The Terminator, that he became one of Hollywood's most successful and iconic filmmakers and producers. He would leverage his work on the film to direct popular flicks like Aliens, The Abyss, Point Break, and eventually Titanic, the highest-grossing film of the time. But Cameron would top his own record when he released Avatar in 2009, a move that would go on to beat Cameron's record for the highest-grossing film of all time. Number 3. Michael Bay, $450 million. Michael Bay is known for his explosive cinema, which has captured the attention span of several younger generation audiences. After his success as a director, he went on to co-found the commercial production studio The Institute, as well as Platinum Dunes, the latter of which went on to produce several remakes of classic horror films such as The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Friday the 13th, and A Nightmare on Elm Street. In 2007, he released his first film in the Transformers franchise, which went on to solidify Bay as one of the most successful producers in Hollywood. Number 2. Brian Grazer, $400 million. Grazer studied cinema at USC and went on to develop a series of television shows for Paramount Pictures in the early 1980s. He gained Hollywood attention in 1984 when his script for Splash earned him an Academy Award nomination. Grazer continued to capitalize on pop culture by producing films like 8 Mile, A Beautiful Mind, and The Da Vinci Code. Grazer continued in this style when he returned to television, producing shows like Arrested Development, Friday Night Lights, and Wu-Tang: An American Saga. Number 1. Kathleen Kennedy, $300 million. Kennedy was taken under the wing of Spielberg and worked as his secretary and associate before quickly moving up and earning credits on films like Raiders of the Lost Ark and Tobe Hooper's Poltergeist. She then moved on to box office successes like E.T. the Extraterrestrial and Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. She eventually joined George Lucas in becoming co-chair of Lucasfilms Limited. She stayed with the company until the Disney acquisition in 2012, at which time she became the president. While producers have taken a less hands-on approach and allowed filmmakers and artists to flourish, their vast sums of wealth have continued to grow and accumulate. With so many additional streaming networks offering to finance for films, producers have been able to stretch out their influence and power across several aspects of content beyond the traditional structure of Hollywood films and TV. The more content, the more their influence can permeate the culture. A few of these producers have been able to harness the excitement from these opportunities and turn themselves into the most powerful producers of Hollywood, as well as the most powerful media moguls in the entertainment landscape. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.